Alright, today we are going to give you a very raw nerd video. But we've been showing a lot of ODIUM stuff on our Facebook page. We will be redoing our entire website and Facebook page for right now. Bear with us. Today we are going to just fly through some ODIUM stuff to let you know what's going on with one of the cool genes we've been working on this year. I'm going to start with it's what we call Double Beast. That's an ODIUM combo. So this is actually Hidden Gene Woma, Mojave, Granite, Enchi. So that's it as it goes. So it's kind of acting like a soul sucker, but it's a Hidden Gene Woma, Mojave kind of version. Okay, this snake we call Double Beast. This snake does crazy stuff, and we'll now show you what it does. I'm not going to break down everything on all the different genes, but this is all without pastel and yellow belly. So when we first started making this, we started out with a very kind of subtle gene. It's a dinker gene that somebody would necessarily, think anything of. And we're going to show you what kind of cool stuff this does. Okay. Look at this closely. This is basically a Hidden Gene Woma Granite with the ODIUM gene. If I were to compare this to a normal Hidden Gene Woma, you wouldn't have this distinction on the shoulder pattern, which is up towards the dorsal area, and the side. You'll see that if you look, you can kind of see that there's a change in color right from one place to another, and it just becomes very noisy down there. That is key. That is everything in this gene. So remember the side gene thing, and it also does some weird stuff with the pattern. It kind of, in this case, it reduces the pattern a bit, and it makes the pattern strange. But by itself, you still really just don't have any strong affinity for it, and you don't go, oh, that thing's going to be crazy. Now we'll show you what it does. Looking at Hidden Gene Woma Enchis, and these all come from ODIUM lineage, and it starts getting a little bit tricky. But you will notice that one is very light. You have these two which are very rich color because of the Enchi, and then we got this weird kind of light one. So quite likely this for sure is Enchi, Hidden Gene Woma, ODIUM, and these two, not really sure yet. Alright, so we just looked at Hidden Gene Woma Enchi, ODIUM. Now if we add black pastel, we start getting some weird things going on, and you start seeing like we get some really interesting colors. I don't know if we can capture this on camera. If Andy just this way. There is this pink and orange now on the snake, and we also start seeing green. And we have green on the original father on the combo, but you start seeing like if you look in the neck, you can see like there's yellow in the neck, and it starts doing really strange things to the color. Actually down towards the tail. How about that? Hopefully we're getting this on camera. Like right there. Here's three snakes. I think right here we have a Mojave Enchi. Comes from the ODIUM clutch. We're a little confused, but over here we have this Mojave Enchi ODIUM, and maybe hard to tell, but this snake, like in daylight, we're using artificial overhead lighting. This snake is so pretty, and we're starting to get these really nice oranges and flames and green. Remember I said green because we're going to show you. Then you start looking. This snake is ridiculous. It's super shy. So if you see along the edge of this dorsal stripe, you start getting this melanin right along the edge, and it makes it look like it's floating, but the color is this real burnt reddish. Very interesting. So something like this would be Mojave, Enchi, ODIUM, and it's possibly with maybe Hidden Gene Woma, but we're going to go further and we'll show you. All right, here are some basic versions. These are all like from ODIUM. And we started breeding, like this is Mojave with cinnamon and ODIUM, so we don't have any pastel, there's no yellow belly, there's just some basic genes here, but as we've been producing stuff, we're a little late this season, so we don't have, like, each one of these snakes, we don't have them completely zeroed in on exactly what we think. But if you look at something like this is Hidden Gene Woma. ODIUM comes from an Axanthic, but do the math. I don't really understand this. But at the very least, this is Hidden Gene Woma ODIUM. And you can see just really cool. But that came from an Axanthic female. This Hidden Gene Woma Mojave cinnamon with ODIUM, but I don't know exactly what is what, because clearly we have Mojave here. This one, we would say that this is cinnamon, Hidden Gene Woma, Mojave, ODIUM. But the sides, really stuff starts playing into it when we start looking at the sides of all this different stuff. We start getting this change in color. As these animals grow, we expect changes. Realize that the ODIUM is pretty new for us. It's something we've had, and this is pretty much our first year really breeding it, and it went way beyond our expectations, because as I show you, we're going to start pulling out the heavy stuff, and it's ridiculous and amazing, and there's a huge future here for this gene. This one, Mojave Lucifer from ODIUM. Mm-hmm. Yeah, alright, so like once again, the color's really, really weird. We're not saying descriptively every single, these snakes have this. Like the ODIUM by itself is very subtle and something easy to overlook. And as we've been working with it, we've been able to take it out now and realize, how strong it is. Okay, now we start getting a little deeper into some combos. So we have Mojave, Enchi, Hidden Gene Woma, ODIUM, and this snake is remarkable. You can start seeing green, but just like it's like this pink, orange, and all that kind of stuff is very, very nice. So if you take that same snake and you add Lucifer to it, so that's Hidden Gene Woma, Mojave, Enchi, Lucifer. And then if we do basically everything together, did I miss something? But anyways, this is Hidden Gene Woma, Mojave, Enchi, Lucifer,
ODIUM.
Jeez, yeah, ODIUM. Excuse me. Thank you, Andy. It gets a little overwhelming. So you start getting this weird snake, and you got green. I'm talking about ODIUM. It's like, I'm forgetting a gene. It's like your brain is like trying to take it in, even though we have these snakes here, whatever. The ODIUM thing is doing crazy stuff. Like it's like the new wild card for us. It's like amazing, because when I show you the next groups of snakes, you'll get a further understanding of what we're talking about. But these snakes are great. The colors are really, really wrong. You get this really nice rose wine kind of color, and it's very soft, and we want red and orange in our snakes. I cannot wait to add bling yellow belly and the fader stuff and pastel. None of the stuff has pastel, which is really remarkable, or coral glow or anything. All right, these snakes, the one on the back is shedding, but this is Hidden Gene Woma, Pin, Enchi, ODIUM, and these are spectacular. Actually, I think this one's even better looking. But these orange flames, just amazing. If you can see how orange, can you see that, Andy?
Yeah.
I mean, the snake's sides are, and this is really pulling this amazing orange. And you still have like this greenish hue. Okay, so we take that. What happens if we add Mojave and yellow belly? So we're finally starting to just barely touch on the yellow belly stuff. We still don't even have pastel in here. So this is a really cool snake. And now you can start seeing, when you start looking at the sides of these snakes, you can see where we got this pigment, and then we start going to the side and the pigment just starts getting erased or whatever. Here's some our best beast combos. We're going to show you this group right now. So this is with the ODIUM and Enchi and Hidden Gene Woma and Mojave and stuff. There's no pastel in here. There's no coral glow in here. So we basically call this Beast. And you can see, remember that little line halfway down, you can see a definitive line. Hopefully it's coming up on the camera. And you get this really cool looking snake. Okay, this snake right here, so this is also Beast. This is Beast with pastel. So we just started to put pastel on this combo. It's so funny because we have so many pastel combos. So the pastel even makes it look more like it has coral glow. And it was pretty funny when we first started hatching this stuff out. I'm like seeing this in the eggs. I'm like, I didn't have any coral glow in there. And it's just really weird. The ODIUM is, it freaks out pattern and then it goes crazy with colors. So there's a lot to be done as far as, you know, like we are just kind of starting to understand it. But now as we've been hatching babies this year, we're realizing, you know, there's a huge path that this guy's going to end up going on, this gene. You can see very clearly the changes in color on the side. And it does look like it has coral glow in it. But then when you start looking at the snake's head, no. Okay, so if we take that and then we add, right here, we take away pastel and we give it cinnamon. Now you start having a green snake. See the green on the sides? That's really cool. So we want to make this combo and add pastel. But literally, this is very green, and the sides are like pink. I don't know if it comes out on the camera, but see the green, each one of those things? And you can see how strange the pattern is. These little tears. It's like these little flames. So I can't wait if we start adding, you know, what happens if we add yellow belly, pastel, super enchi? What would happen with orange drain? What would happen with some, like a special gene? You know, anything, a Spectre, because Spectre goes crazy with hidden gene Woma. So very, very cool. Here's two we just hatched out, which are both ODIUMs, and they're just, I mean, first sheds, we have to get food into them and stuff, but you can obviously see this pinstripe in this, but there's no, you know, no coral glows, no ripping genes. So really, really interesting. The side's completely obliterated. So as these guys grow, hopefully this orange comes out. You see that in the tail?
Yeah.
And this guy right here, start stacking the genes. And I'm pretty much the king of crazy genes that are reacting with stuff, and this is like, it's pretty ridiculous what it's doing. And what's very interesting is, I've never sold any of this. I've just kind of like, it's a little project we kind of hung on to, goofing around with it, and literally, I've yet to sell a single ODIUM or ODIUM combo. We did some coral glow variations of the ODIUM. And remember, if we go back to the double beast, you can start having, remember the weird pattern on the sides? This stuff has enchi in it and ODIUM. We can keep layering. So in these, if I take away like the Mojave gene, start getting this. So this is just a big, you know, this is a big mess of cool snakes. Pull back out. And everybody wants to know, what does the ODIUM gene look like? So far I haven't shown anybody the ODIUM gene. And we don't show people the ODIUM gene because people are going to just do what they did to me on the fader thing, and we are going to do a fader video because we want to talk about people making stories up and make believe. The fader is very real. The fader makes awesome stuff. But the ODIUM thing, good luck ever picking one of these guys out of a shipment. And I might give you a little peek of that. Here it is. I'm not going to show you the belly because I don't want people thinking they're going to be pulling this stuff out of shipments, because good luck on that. This is a sleeper gene. I'm not going to show you every little characteristic, but I will show you the side. See the definitive line? You think that's
yep, you can definitely see it.
And that's it. All right, guys, hopefully.